Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to the true and living power, which is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Recha Chodash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son, and there is no God beside them. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who definitely rule well, who've taught us His truth, and honors and citations to the elect doctrine, doing these works in sincerity and in truth. So I just want to get into this quick lesson, man, on how the prophecies is unfolding, and it's starting to make more sense, all right, of the possible outcomes. But it's all in the name of measuring the times diligently within itself. And of course, we know before World War III comes the RFID, which is the MOTB. So really, in actuality, you know, as excited as we get for World War III with these rumors of wars, is nowhere near as excited as we should get when we see E flexing his technological and digital powers, man. All right, because those technological and digital powers is the infrastructure to the MOTB. So, you know, I was just watching Salaki. I was just watching the NBA and how they're gonna have good looks, bro. Good looks. And I was just watching how, yeah, they're gonna have digital coaches to help out. You know, if I had got that right, they're gonna have digital coaches now to help out. So they're flexing power off of these new 5 towers that they have put up, and it's all gonna be the infrastructure to the MOTB, man. So anyway, you know, when we see stuff like that, that's when we should really, you know, get hyped, man. But, you know, we get hyped as well with this, because sometimes when you're cooking 2 different meals, you may be cooking a lasagna, but you're also cooking, you know, mac and cheese, but the lasagna is the main course. Sometimes you leave the mac and cheese to tend to the lasagna, so it's looking like that's going to be done first, but it takes longer, you know, but you still work on that. So that's like an analogy between, you know, World War III and the MOTB. You know, the macaroni and cheese gotta get done first, and then the main course, the lasagna, will be done after. But that doesn't mean you just neglect the lasagna. It started all late. You gotta time it perfectly. So anyway, man, I'm gonna read this and then get the scriptures of the prophecies of America's own allies turning on them. And here it is. Europe has to really consider if they want to follow up America with Ukraine, because I just searched it up, and it's, as you can see at Reuters.com, it says, Factbox, what are Europe's options in case of Russian gas disruption? And you don't, not even having to click into the article, it says it says oh man, you kidding me? What is this? This store will be running under temporary hours, 8 to 4. Wow. So anyway, man, it says concern has mounted over the possible disruption. Concern has mounted over the possible disruption of supplies from Russia, Europe's biggest gas provider, following the buildup of Russian ... So that's the point within itself. Russia is Europe's biggest gas provider, man. It's his biggest gas provider. You know? So, and I was even listening to RT, and they were saying, and I'm going to get the scriptures as well. I was listening to RT, and they were saying Europe's going to have to really ask themselves if they want to follow America into a war. You know? America has plenty of oil to sustain themselves. But Europe doesn't. Europe is the bottomless pit. That's why Columbus had to bring his pink ass over here to the Western Hemisphere to look for more resources, man. Europe is the bottomless pit. America is going to do well. America's going to continue on. So, and it's unnecessary, man. Ukraine is not a part of NATO. It's really just a matter of minding your own business, right? If you were sincere. But obviously they have other motives, man. So now Europe, you know, we know it's gonna get ugly, man. But now we're measuring the time diligently in itself, and we see the things lining up. You know, so hey, as it gets ugly, Europe can say, "Yo, we ain't doing this, America. You know, we can't afford this." Like I said, they're not a part of NATO. You know, blah, 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 man. So forth and so on. So on and so forth. So lock it. So hey, America say, you know, hey, we supposed to be NATO, man. F you then. And now, you know, without further ado, let's get the scriptures. You know, so they're gonna find out. It's gonna be found out that this place was the problem all along. You know, this place was the problem all along, man. All right. But you're still the nation of Edom. So in actuality, you're the problem all along. But this place is just Babylon the Great. So this is Obadiah verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Whoo! See? You know, because America's allies are at peace with them. They're allies. But they're going to actually deceive them. You know, they're going to say, hey, I'm not your bottom B no more. You know, you ain't going to use me as a pawn. All right? If a kingdom is divided against itself, it shall not stand. Use somebody to do all your dirty work. Like you got that in the Book of Power, in Power Book 4 of Force. Tommy Egan, he said, I don't work for nobody no more. You know, it's like all these allies got to work for America. Man, go around, clown. So it says, and prevailed against thee. Okay. So it says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. We'll start at verse 12. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Yeah, because, hey, when America also sees, man, just speculating that they don't, that they're finally not the big badass of the earth anymore, and they have no allies, and they're really on their own, who knows how crazy they're gonna act? Who knows how crazy they're gonna go, man? All right. So it says, and your mother, which the mother representing England, you know, the UK, because America came from England. It says your mother shall be and got its independence in what? Of course, everybody knows 1776. It says your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Yeah, because they're going to be amazed that of the great judgment of this place that they thought would never happen. You know, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Bend the bow, meaning all you nations that have the nuclear, that have nuclear power, that have thermonuclear power, man, nuclear weapons. Bend the bow, shoot at her. Every single nation that has nuclear weapons is gonna shoot the missiles here at this place, man. That's how crazy America is gonna act. It says, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord, because it's he that is carnally minded is death, but he that is spiritually minded is life and peace, because it's all spiritual from Yahweh Shema Shai. It is the judgment for upsetting Yahweh Shema Shai, it being clean contrary against the scriptures. I mean, Russia are eased too, but in Russia, you know, they don't tolerate. Last time I checked, they don't tolerate being a mo. They're still at the border of wickedness, but they don't tolerate being a mo, man. So it says, shout against her round about, she hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, you know, meaning her defenses. Okay, for it is the vengeance of Yahweh Bashim Shai, take vengeance upon her, as she have done do unto her. Okay. Oh, so yeah, that was pretty much it, man. You know, America's allies is gonna turn on them, and their own mother, okay, Great Britain, is gonna be ashamed of them and turn on them. You know, and here it is. You got Europe right now thinking if they really want to follow America, you know, into this war, which is a rumor of war right now, putting all their putting their livelihoods at risk. You know, who knows how it could go, man. It could Europe is their number one gas supplier. America has gas. America could be like, you know, well, this is all we could do. This is all we could give you. Give them a dirt deal to where Europe gets offended and turns their back on America, man. Because we know that all these Edomites are greedy. So, you know, the Lord is cooking, boy. And it's almost done, man. So, Lord was edifying with that. I'm going to say shalom.